Well, hello, everyone out there. This is, again, another podcast right here. We are in fourth period at Rains High School, and we're doing Dungeons & Dragons. This episode is episode 1 of The Search for the Great Wildcat of Rains. So, in the land, the small hamlet of Amoria, tales around have been heard for many generations of an ancient gem of unrivaled power known as the Wildcat of Rains, crafted by the legendary Archmage Emery Rains himself. After his passing at the remarkable age of 200 years, this powerful gem has disappeared, and over the past centuries, the legend of its power has grown and has drawn adventurers, scholars, and villains alike. Now, the players among you, these great adventurers at this table, have been hired by Lord Hooten, a wealthy merchant who offers an irresistible reward for this one gem, their weight in gold. But they're not alone in this pursuit. Other treasure hunters are closing in, and an ancient trap might await them around every shadowy corner. They all receive a scroll from Lord Hooten, and they're supposed to meet at the famous tavern in town called Sidekicks. They now arrive at Sidekicks, a wonderful place with music playing in the background, and they see each other. And it is interesting because although there are the musicians playing, nobody else is inside of the tavern but them. It seems to be somewhat of a private party, so to speak, and as they're there, they decide to introduce themselves. We're going to go around the table this way, starting right over here. If you introduce your character and a little bit about them by getting really close to the mic.
Hello, I am Logan. I am a fighter, a human. My background is a soldier, and I've come here with this scroll. I haven't read it yet. We just got to Sidekicks, and I'm pretty hungry.
Well, hello. My name is Sasha. I'm an entertainer. I'm not from around here, but I too got a letter from Lord Hooten himself, and I'm quite excited.
Hello, you two. I am nomad. My class is a paladin. I'm a human. But I've also gotten a letter.
I'm Kayleith. I'm a sorcerer, dragonborn, and I was a sage, and I got a letter, so I decided to come down.
Hi, I'm Star, and I am a sorcerer, and I also got the letter too.
Well, that's a lot of people who got the letter. I'm Kaya, and I'm a half-elf. Nice to meet you guys.
Hi, I'm Devin. I'm a human barbarian, no doubt the strongest out of all of you. I came here for fame and riches, and instead found this letter.
Hey everyone. I'm Ragnar. I'm a fighter, I'm half-orc, I'm a mercenary for hire, and there's no doubt I'm stronger than Devin.
Yo, I'm Thrag. I'm a Goliath dude, I'm a barbarian. I didn't know this was a letter until I found it, so I guess we'll read it.
Fantastic. So as you guys get to know each other and you guys chat for a few minutes and kind of look around and you're wondering what is going on, you can see that the man that is dressed very, very nicely, he's got gold rings on his fingers, and he looks very, very well, much like a merchant, walks into the room. And he comes in, "My adventurers, my dear friends, welcome for being here. It looks like everybody is here. How nice. I am sorry. I am Lord Hooten, and I have sent you all to my humble abode here. And I thought that this local tavern, Sidekicks, would be a great place for us to talk about something. Before we move any further, does anybody have any issues with your weight in gold as the reward?" Excellent, good, very nice. So here's the deal. I have a team of people that have been studying this gem for quite a while, this beautiful gem named the Great Wildcat of Rains, and my archaeologists have found out that most likely this gem has been hidden by Emery Rains himself inside of our local library. Hidden somewhere, most likely in the catacombs beneath. Now, unfortunately, I myself am getting very old in age, and I don't wish to go down and explore underneath the library. And my archaeologists are Well, let's just say they haven't been too lucky. We have lost 2 archaeologists this week to some of the traps in the library, and we're afraid that we don't want to lose any more. So I decided to use your power and your wisdom to somehow get into the library and explore underneath, hopefully capturing the gem. What questions do you have, my adventurers?
What's stopping us from keeping the gem?
Nothing at all, of course, but I mean, here's the thing. Do you even know how to use the gym? I myself have been here for many generations, and honestly, my great-great-great-grandfather knew Emery Rains himself, and I think that it is a part of history for this entire area of Emoria, and I think that indeed it needs to stay here, and it needs to be celebrated, and we can have festivals around it. You would not even understand just the historical significance of this. I promise you your weight in gold, which is much more than 1 gemstone. But it's up to you. What do you say, my friends?
I think the reward is a little bit small for some of us of smaller statures.
Your weight in gold, well, I guess that is true. Interesting. Who would like to roll and see if they can persuade him to give more gold? Okay, go ahead and roll your d20 and tell me what you come up with on a persuasion check.
19.
My word. So what do you say to him to persuade him to give you more gold? Tell me.
As we were all here, you said you were getting quite old, and there's many of us here right now. There's no one else here besides the couple musicians that are up there. If you don't give us, let's say, our average weight in gold, we could, if we wanted to, ambush you right now. And seeing how you're getting quite old and frail, I don't think that'd be in your best interest.
Well, indeed, but please hold off. I don't want any violence. I'm an old man and would die very easily. Let's just do this. Which one of you is the biggest?
Me.
Ah, yes, you are a very strapping young man. How about we do this? We pay his weight in gold for everyone. Is that fair? Especially for some of you that are a little small in stature. You will only get just a little bit. Now everyone gets the exact same amount. Does that sound fair?
I quite like that offer.
Fantastic. Then it is a deal. You guys are all your adventurers. Whenever you're done, please just stop by here at the Sidekick Tavern, and one of my attendants will come and let me know. At that point, then I will make sure that we can find a place where we can switch off gold for the gym. Is that copacetic to everyone?
Sounds fair to me.
Sounds great. Thank you. Well, wonderful. Well, good luck. I must tell you this, that the library is just down the road, just several miles. If you go down to the left, you shall see it. There's a great sign in front of it called the Rains Library, after, of course, Mr. Emery Rains himself. So if there's nothing more that you need, then I will say adieu. Good luck, adventurers, but beware. There are other people in town that are also looking for this gem. There are other treasure hunters that they want your information, exactly where it is. So be cautious, beware, because I only give the gold to you, no one else. With that, adieu. The man leaves, and you see him waft away and get into a grand carriage outside and goes off down the road with his horses and his attendants. And you guys are now left inside of the Sidekick Tavern. What would you like to do?
I'll have a drink.
Fantastic, wonderful. So, of course, there you see a guy over there, and he's cleaning different things and stuff over on the edge. And you walk over to him, and he looks at you and he's like, "Hey, how's it going? Welcome to Sidekicks. What can I do for you?"
What's your strongest drink?
Well, my strongest drink, I have, I've got something of the Gator of the Aid, and I also have the Wa of the Tour.
I'll have the Gator of the Aid.
The Gator of the Aid is really good. It's got real bits of gator in every drink. It's very good. All right, so after a few minutes, you drink your Gator of the Aid, and you do feel somewhat replenished, and you feel very nice about yourself. Is there anything else anybody would like to do?
As I'd said, I'd walked many miles to come here, and I am quite starved. I would like some buffalo chicken wings.
Fantastic. So he goes back to the back in a few minutes. He's like, would anybody else like buffalo chicken wings?
No.
Just one person. So he comes out and he gives you just like 35 wings on one plate, and you just eat, and it sounds fantastic and it's wonderful. And now you are fully filled with protein and justice, and you feel great. What else?
I would like to go ahead and walk outside.
Okay, so as the adventurers walk outside, of course, as you walk out the doors of the tavern, you see that there are many businesses around and people are walking back and forth on the streets, and everything seems to be pretty nice and great. And then you see a small man. He looks like a halfling, kind of jaunt over, and he's kind of comedic as he walks over. And he looks at you guys and he's like,
"Hey, what did you say? What did that man say when you were in there? We couldn't get in."
I don't think that's quite any of your business.
No, I'll pay you. Here's 10 gold pieces to tell me what he said.
How do we know these gold pieces aren't fake?
You can buy one if you want. Would you like to buy one?
No.
would anybody like to do a perception check to see if the gold is real? Okay, fantastic. So he pulls it out, he bites it down, and you can see, of course, it does look like gold.
So what did he say? What did he say in there? I'm just very curious, that's all.
10 gold isn't enough.
What about 20 gold?
I don't feel it's worth it risking this this quest over 20 pieces of gold. Seeing how if we do get this gem, we'll get, what's your name again, sir?
Thrag.
Thrag's weight in gold for each of us. So I don't think it's worth it.
I have a question. How are you going to use this information?
Oh, I'm just I like to talk to people in town, and I just like to know everything. I mean, there's no harm in it. It's just a conversation.
Who would you talk to about this?
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter at all.
Does anyone like to do an insight check or a perception check at this moment?
I would like to do an insight check.
All right, go ahead.
15.
Oh, fantastic. You do look around, and he does seem to be looking in a particular direction. As you kind of follow his line of sight, as he's kind of freaking out, you can tell, you look all the way across, and kind of shrouded in shadow, you see a man with a cloak on, kind of leaning up against the side of a building, probably about 30, 40 feet away. And as you kind of look in his direction, and you make eye contact, you see him kind of dart around the side of the back of the building.
Don't tell him anything.
Please, guys. I mean, how about 30 gold?
It's not worth it.
Yeah, it's not worth it at all.
I'm not going to tell him nothing.
Okay, well, have a good day then. I'll be seeing you.
And then he just kind of like scurries off. And he runs off. He's got mud on his shoes, apparently. I don't know. Anyway, so he scurries off. You did see the guy disappear around the side of the building about 30, 40 feet away from you. And you guys are now back in the square. No issues, no problems. Everything's kind of awesome. There are many stores around. What would you guys like to do?
Thrag wants hat.
What was it?
Thrag wants a hat.
Okay, speak directly into it.
Thrag wants hat.
Fantastic. So I'm going to do a perception check and see if there's any place that sells hats around. Going to do a D20.
18.
Fantastic. So literally just right down the street, it says the hats and bazaar other stuff too. And then it says now open. Would you guys like to go down there?
No.
Fantastic. No.
Thrag wants hat.
Okay, so we're just going to say an intimidation check works, and all of you are like, okay, whatever. So you guys walk down, you walk into the hat store, and sure enough, it's got hats, it's got costumes, it's got armor, it's got a few weapons. It's just kind of like a hodgepodge of different things, but mostly what they do is make custom hats. What would you like to do?
Can I look around to see if there's secret hat hidden?
Sure, absolutely. Do a perception check. Roll your D20, and let me know what you find out.
That's 17.
Fantastic. So you look around in there, and it has literally anything you'd ever want. You do know that there's over to the right. There is a little glass area that has 2 or 3 different types of potions. You do see that they do have long swords. They do have daggers over there, and you do see a giant wall all the way across the back of every type of hat you want. What do you guys want to do?
Do you think they have hats big enough for you? You're pretty big in size, to be fair.
I want cool hat.
All right, fantastic. So that is great. You walk over and you see the guy kind of down at the end, and as you're walking up to the guy, he's got this like steam, and he's like steaming these hats and working on the brims, and it looks really, really cool. And as you're doing that, you walk up and you could see, and he looks at you guys. He's like, "Whoa, how's it going, bro? Do you want like a hat, man?"
I like this guy.
Bro, I'm talking
Yes.
to you, mate.
Don't make that mad. Give me hat.
Oh, sorry, bro. Each one of our hats are 20 gold, man.
I said give me hat.
All right, so if you want to intimidate him?
Yeah.
All right, so go ahead and do intimidation. Roll your d20 and add. I think you have intimidation on your thing,
heck
most
yeah.
likely.
Heck yeah.
All right, so roll that and tell me what you get.
20 plus 3.
Oh yeah, sure, dude. You look you look pretty Sigma, bro. Here's a hat. Go ahead. Yeah, I'm totally sorry, man. Whoa, chill out, bro. Cowabunga.
Thrag likes hat.
Okay, good. So you grab a hat. You're good to go. And we'll go around this way to see if anybody else wants anything. Does anybody else want anything in the hat store?
I want dagger.
You want dagger. So you go over to the dagger side of the shop. You see like the little dude like run around the side. He comes around. He's like, "Hey man, can I help? Can I help you out?"
Can I have a dagger?
Yeah, sure, man. It's 10 gold. What, do you want it?
Sure.
Okay, fantastic. So he gives you this dagger. You've got the dagger now, and you can mark it down on your D&D sheet if you so desire. And it is a 1d4 plus 3 dagger. So there we go. Anybody else want anything going down this side? Yes.
Can I look at the potions?
Yeah, absolutely. You walk over to the potions, and he kind of sees you, and he like walks around, and he's like, "Hey, bro, you like some potions? I like potions, man."
What kind of potions do you have?
Yeah, so like I'm gonna be honest with you, Chad is the one that normally does the potions, but I know we've got a red one, we've got a blue one, and we got a green one, and I know they all do totally cool stuff, man.
So you don't know what each one does?
No, but I do know they're like 20 gold a piece, man, and you can have one. I know they do stuff.
Since you don't know what they do, can I get a potion for cheaper?
I don't know, dude. I'll have to think about that for a second. All right, so go ahead and do a persuasion check and tell me what happens. What'd you roll, dude?
An 18.
An 18?
Yeah.
Why are you rolling so high? Okay, so what do you... Okay, so you say that, and he's just like, "You know what, dude? I don't even care. I'm going to quit this place next week. Yeah, bro, how about 5 gold?
Sure.
All right, which one do you want, bro?
Want the blue one.
Sweet, dude. I like blue, man. It's like sparkly. I like sparkles. So then he like picks up the blue one. He like gives it to you, and you can feel like it's like pulsating blue, and it looks really cool. And you add it to your thing, so you got random blue potion. Yes.
I would like to walk up to the weapons stand.
All right. Walks up to the weapon stands, and he sees you, and he kind of like saunters over, and he's like, "Whoa, hey, how's it going, man? Are you like a cat?"
Yes, I am a cat.
Sweet, dude. That's awesome. Yeah, you guys are called like Tabalaharis, right?
Tabaxis.
Oh, yeah, tabaxis. Anyway, so like, what can I do you for, dude?
So, as I'm talking to him, I would like to use sleight of hand and try and steal something from him.
Fantastic. So go ahead and roll sleight of hand and tell me what you get. I'm going to roll mine here and see what he's got here. What the... Okay, it's fine.
Well, I got to do some math. 13.
13, fantastic. So I, with my 2, apparently, so the guy's like, "Yeah, let me show you this." And as he like turns around, he's like struggling to get the sword off the wall. And you're just like, "La, la, 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 la." And you grab a sword, you pull it off. You want just like a normal sword? You want like a rapier? Okay, cool. So you pull it off, and then you just like, ching, you like put it on, and then you're like back down to the counter. He turns around, and he can see this giant sword on your back. Like he can see it, and he's like, "Wow, I used to have one just like that. That's cool." And he doesn't even realize you just stole it from him. He's like, "All right, man, so do you want this sword on the wall?"
No. Do you have any small daggers by chance, though?
Oh, yeah. Like your size? Yeah, I got a couple bigger ones here, but I got a couple in the back. You want me to go check?
Yeah, go check.
Oh, dude, Rogers. So he starts like going back to the back. And while he's gone, what would you like to do?
I would like to take a couple like throwing knives off the stand he has.
Fantastic. So let's go ahead and let's do a it's got a little bit of a reverse. Let's do a perception to see if he can even tell that it's gone. So you have to beat a 4.
6.
Dang it. Okay, so that's fine. So he like walks back and he's just like, hey, I've got this like little small one. It's like my first knife. Do you want this?
How much is it?
I'll do it for like 2 gold, man.
I'll take it.
Okay, yeah, totally making sales. Here you go, bro. Yeah, man. So he gives you this like little bitty like knife or whatever else, and gives it to you. And now you have commandeered 6 small throwing daggers, and my first blade, which is like a little blade, and you did it for 1 gold, and there you go. All right, anybody else at the table wants to get anything before we get out of here? All right, fantastic. So everybody is ready to go. They leave. Of course, you guys are outside of now the area. And everybody roll a perception check. Roll your D20 and tell me what the highest is.
18.
20.
20, okay.
10.
16, 10, okay.
I also got 10.
Okay, so 20 is the best. So all you guys are kind of like looking at all your cool stuff. Tabaxi over here is like super excited that you got all this stuff for free. And you look over and you can tell right to the left of you, you can see like a head kind of like poke out, and then he immediately disappears again. And it kind of looked like the same cloaked figure that you saw before, but you're not sure. You definitely tracked it, but it was kind of out of the corner of your eye. But you're like, man, that was kind of weird, whatever. So what do you guys want to do?
Can I go up to him and intimidate him?
Yes, of course. You can 100% do that. So you like you tell him, and you like run around the corner, and there's a cloaked figure just like against the wall. And what would you like to say?
Why are you following us?
I wasn't following you. What are you talking about?
What do you want from us?
Nothing. I was just curious about the new people. That's all.
If you don't get out of here, I will kill you.
Okay, no problem, man. No problem. You guys got like a whole group here. What are you guys looking for?
That's none of your business.
Okay, fine. And he like slowly starts like awkwardly backing up, like in a weird way, just staring at you while walking backwards. And then you see him, there's like a shadow, and he kind of like, there's like this like huge like water barrel, and like you just see him like awkwardly like just like disappear behind the barrel, like slowly kneeling. So you know exactly where he is, but he's definitely like hiding behind this barrel. Yeah. All right, so that happened. What do you guys want to do? We've got, of course, we know that this gym is in the library. You know that there's a weird guy hiding behind a water barrel. What would you like to do?
Thrag wants a pet.
Thrag wants a pet. Okay, fantastic. Roll perception, and let's see if we can find a pet. A 5. There are no pet stores in all of Lemuria. You are petless with your 5. All right, anything else? Or you guys want to head to the library?
Could we take a detour to prevent anyone from following us?
Yeah, sure, absolutely, yes. So you know the main road, which you kind of have to get to. They call it the 6 of the 9, and you do not go down that way. You kind of go around these back roads, which takes you a little bit longer, and you're traveling. It probably takes you a couple more, hours to kind of go circumvent. And you do notice that I think all of you do. You just every once you hear like a random just like behind you, and I think some of you might see out of the corner of your eye like someone's like trying to like jump trees up above you, trying to follow you, and you know that he's there, but you're kind of like whatever. He seems kind of like strange. Most likely the same guy with the cloak. You're not really sure, but he's just kind of like you can hear him like kind of like 50 feet behind you. Okay, so what would you like to do? You're probably about like 5 minutes from the library now.
Nomad, I've noticed you've been pretty quiet. Why don't you go check that out?
Sure thing.
All right, go ahead and speak into the mic so we can really pick that up.
Sure thing.
All right, fantastic. Obviously, you kind of like turn around and you walk towards him. Do a perception check and tell me what you get. So roll your d20 and tell me what you get.
A 7.
7. All right, fantastic. Well, this guy is literally just standing in a tree. Like, you cannot miss this man. He's over to your right. He's standing about 10 feet up in the tree, and he kind of has like a cloak across his face like this. But it's daytime, so you can clearly see the man that is pretending to hide up in the. What would you like to do, Nomad? Go ahead and just pull the mic over to you so you can get nice and.
I would say investigate, but might be. We should probably investigate that just to make sure.
All right, so go and do an investigation roll and see if we find anything. So anybody can roll a d20 and tell me the highest.
8.
We got an 8, a 19,
A 2.
a 2, a 1, a 1. You're like, ooh, I like this dirt. Okay, well, what was the highest? 19? Okay, cool. 19, you kind of look up and you're like staring at him, and then he like looks down at you and he's just like, not here. And you just hear the words, not here. What would you guys like to do with man up in tree?
So we can clearly see the guy. Why don't we confront him?
Agreed.
Okay, cool. So who wants to confront this guy?
Thrag would want to.
Okay.
Thrag can jump.
Okay, would you like to say something, intimidate him? What do you want to do?
I want to get in tree with him.
In the tree. Get in the tree with him. Fantastic. So Thrag, kind of like let's do an athletics check. You have to roll above a 17 to climb this particular tree. Okay, so you roll and tell me what you get.
10 plus 17.
17. Fantastic. So you grab that tree and you like shuffle up you climb up the tree and you're like right there next to him on this tree limb, and he's just like, not here. Definitely not here. What would you like to do?
I want to confront him.
Well, we're confronting him now. You're like rubbing shoulders with him, and he's like kind of like pushing up against the tree.
Thrag wants to bring him down to a friend.
I am mist. I am rain. I am not here. I am invisible.
Can I do a persuasion check to convince him to push him off?
Yeah, absolutely. Yes. So do a persuasion check. To persuade him, you got to get above 13. So go ahead. 12. You're like, hey, throw him down. He's like, no. You're just up there just like cuddling him. You like put your big arm around him, and he's like, I'm a tree. I'm a tree. Like, what else would you guys like to do? Thrag is now like hugging.
Let me try to persuade him.
Okay, go ahead, Tabaxi.
11.
Oh, hey, got him 11 on there. Let me see what he's got here. Okay, that does seem to work. So what would you like to say?
Throw him out of the tree.
Okay.
So
Thank you.
all of a sudden you just my invisible legs. Oh. And he does not have invisible legs. So he kind of like pushes himself like up against a tree. He's like, "Whoa, what do you want? How did you see through my really powerful magic?"
I think you got scammed. Your invisible cloak was just. It was fake. It was just a regular one. I'm sorry to tell you.
I'm the world's greatest adventurer. I can't believe it. I knew that I had you guys.
No, you're not. Shut up. Anyways, what are you doing still following us?
I want the gym, and I thought maybe if me being so stealthy, like if I followed you guys and you got to the gym, I could stealth around you and steal the gym for myself.
Well, you couldn't get past us. You're clearly not smart enough to do that.
Thrag, you should throw him.
Thrag's still in tree.
Yeah, he's like still 20 feet in the air. And at that time, he kind of like shimmies up this tree, this guy, and he's just like disappearing trick. And he like throws this like mist, and this like just his baby just like a little bitty smoke. And then you see him like drag his like broken leg around the tree. He's like, disappearing. And then he's on the other side of the tree, and he's like, I'm gone.
Can I search him?
You just like barely walk around the tree, and he's like up against the tree like so yeah. Go ahead and let's do an investigation check on this and see if you can. What'd you get?
I got a 10.
You got a 10. All right, well, let's just see if he's Fine, it works. So anyway, you like walk around the side, and he's just like up against the thing, and then you like just like pull away his cloak, and you can like see his like bag that's like behind him or whatever, and you clearly like open up the bag, and he's just like, I'm not here. I'm not here. One with the tree. Be the tree. I am the tree. And so you like just like go through his bag. You get 10 gold coins, which is pretty awesome. And you get a small vial that's about this big, and it's got this like kind of like bluish black liquid. This is looks like a mixture of blood from several different creatures, and if you drink it, you will most likely wild shape into a particular animal or beast, but you have no idea what beast it could be, and you don't know how potent it is, which means how long you will stay said beast.
Thrag likes animal. Me want drink.
Thrag would like to drink your small vial.
He did say
I don't think we should drink it yet.
Definitely not.
Okay, cool. So you do have this little vial. Okay, so he is stuck against a tree. You guys going to leave him, or are you guys going to talk to him anymore, or are we good?
Leave him.
Leave him. Okay, fantastic.
we should probably go to the library.
With his broken leg.
Yeah, with his broken leg there. All right, so as you guys go around, you guys get to the front of the library after walking a few minutes, and you can tell that he's still following you, but it's really slow. So he's really far behind you because he now has a broken leg, and he's still like trying, and you can hear him like, like grunting as he's following you. But it's okay. You got to the front of the library, and this library has this massive door, and on the door it looks like there is this seal or something. It's like a shield. It's like a crest, and on that it says these words. I hold the stories of times long gone, of heroes, villains, and battles won. Though I'm just words upon a page, through me you visit another age. I can reread it if you want me to.
Fancy.
Yeah.
What does it mean?
Don't know. It's just right in the middle of the door. What would you guys like to do?
Can I take the shield?
Yeah, absolutely. So you walk up to the shield. Go ahead and do a strength check and tell me what you get on that strength check. Fantastic. So you walk up and you grab both sides of the shield. As soon as you grab that shield, you feel this energy surging through you. You get blown backwards about 35 feet, and you take 17 damage points.
Ouch.
Yes, you roll across the ground, and you were definitely electrified by dark magic. What would the rest of you guys like to do?
Knock on the door?
Cool, fantastic. So you walk up to the door, you touch the door, you are also electrified, and you fly backwards on top of this guy, and you get 17 points of damage.
Thrag's turn.
Thrag, the man with the hat. What would you like to do, Thrag?
I want to take shield.
Fantastic, wonderful. So go ahead and roll your strength check and tell me what you get, Thrag. 20, fantastic. You walk up and you grab it and you're like, "Arr!" And then all of a sudden you can see the hit you with this electric energy. You fly backwards. I got to do a new roll now. And you get 21 points of damage as you hit the ground and somersault into a tree.
What the flip?
Okay, so I think we should stop touching the shield.
And the door.
I think everyone should just start. Just keep high-fiving the door for as long as you would like.
Can I take a
Absolutely
turn?
not.
So one more time it says, I hold stories of times long gone, of heroes, villains, and battles won. Though I'm just words upon a page, through me you will visit another age.
Is it a book?
Does anybody know what that could mean?
Is it a riddle?
It might
And would
be.
anybody like to do an insight check?
Book.
Go ahead, roll an insight check and tell me what you get.
13.
Fantastic. So with the 13, just swing and a miss. You're thinking, maybe it has some sort of magical quality with this thing, maybe some sort of magic ability. You're not really sure.
Can
Is
I
it
do
a-
an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely. Go for it. What did you get?
7.
Fantastic. You're like, this is a nice library. I wonder if it has the books. All right, what about the rest of you guys?
Can I do an insight check?
Yeah, absolutely, yes.
16.
16, fantastic. All right, it is 100% a riddle, and you have dealt with this type of magic before in the past. If you speak the certain words that it's looking for, the door will open.
Can we hear the riddle again?
Absolutely. You look at it and you say, I hold the stories of times long gone, of heroes, villains, and battles won. Though I'm just words upon a page, through me you will visit another age. Yes.
Is it a book?
You say book, it turns pink for a second, and then it goes back normal.
Are we the Rains County Leader newspaper?
No.
No, is it?
Rains County Leader. It just goes pink and shuts down.
Is it library?
No.
Could it be a trophy?
No.
Jonathan Lance.
No.
A newspaper?
No.
Magazine.
Nope.
I'm out of ideas.
A scroll.
Nope. Want me to read it again?
Yes.
Okay. I hold stories of times long gone, of heroes, villains, and battles won. Though I'm just words upon a page, through me you will visit another age.
Is it ink?
No.
History book?
The doors open to history book, and sure enough, you look into a dark, dust-filled library with all sorts of ancient books and tomes and journals, and it's very interesting because the outside of the library does not look that large. It looks like probably a small one-story building, but as you walk through it, it is probably about 10 stories tall, and it just goes for, it looks like at least a football field in length, all the way down with all sorts of bookcases and just all this beautiful stuff all around. And you walk in, and you're now in the kind of the front lobby of this huge place. It doesn't look like there's anybody here, but you do hear it. It almost sounds like whispers.
Are the lights turned on?
The lights are turned on.
Can I perform a perception check?
Absolutely, yes. Go right ahead.
9.
9. Okay. You're in a library and you really enjoy books. You do know that the first couple of rows are history books, and that's all you can see from your perspective.
Can I perform a perception check?
Absolutely. Go right ahead.
15.
15, fantastic. So with the 15, you do notice that there are some beautiful, massive chandeliers above you. You do notice that there are different colored tiles in front of you as far as the floor is concerned that go really, really far away. But as you kind of take a step forward, you do feel as if it looks as if kind of the wood and the floor itself kind of almost like moves and shimmers a little bit, almost like it's not 100% of what you're seeing is true. Almost like there is something that is hidden in front of you, but that's all that you know.
You have that potion?
Oh,
right?
The timer just went off. I need everybody to do an acrobatics check right now. So roll your D20 acrobatics check right now. You got to get at least a 18.
18.
16.
7.
10.
Okay, raise your hand if you did not. Okay, you get 10 points of damage. Spikes come out of the floor and go through your feet.
Thank God. Thank God.
And they go back down, and those people, of course, they hit the ground and lost 10 health. And you guys back up a second, and you're like, And when you hear that, after the spikes go back down, you hear like a really dull, like, ding, and that's it.
I'm still up in the air.
What? No, you came back down. You did come down. Yeah, you didn't just like float in the air. Yeah. It's like, so those people took all damage, and everybody else, it's good to go. Now you're back in the beginning of the library.
Can I check for any doors nearby?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So go and do a perception check and see if there's anything nearby.
17.
Fantastic. So over to your right, sure enough, there is a large wooden door. What was interesting is when you looked around before the trap went off, you don't remember actually seeing that door there. But now all of you are like, wow, how did we miss the giant door right there? So you guys walk over and you walk up to the door. What would you like to do?
Open the door.
Fantastic. Wonderful. So you reach towards the door. I need you to do an athletics check right now, and you have to get at least an 18. What'd you get?
I got a 10.
Fantastic. So with that, the door itself turns into a giant mouth, bites down on your hand, starts flinging you back and forth from one side to the other, and then flings you across the floor, and you take 14 points of damage. Where is your health right now?
28.
Okay, good. All right, so you have now been attacked by the said door. Who else would like to open the door?
I don't want to open the door, but
Can Thrag open?
can
the
I
door?
eat some rations to get my health back up?
Yeah, sure, absolutely. You can roll a d4, and then that will be the health that you regain.
That's right.
Yep.
I got a 1.
You got 1 extra health. You ate 3 crackers, and you feel very slightly better. About that time, the doors are still open. You do finally, as you kind of like look around for a second, the man with the broken leg has hobbled his way in, and he is standing at the front door, and he's like, I made it, guys. Is there any way that I can tag along? And then you hear, bing, spikes come up, and he hits the ground.
Can we throw him at the door to open it?
Yes,
Can
absolutely.
I search him one more time before
Yes,
we do
you
that?
go ahead and search him. That's fantastic. Yep, go ahead and roll your d20. And let's do an investigation check. Yeah.
18.
18, fantastic. So you go over there and you grab his cloak. And one of the things that you thought was kind of cool is that although the spikes did go through pretty much every part of his body, it did not pierce his cloak.
Can I put on his cloak?
Absolutely, yes. So you go ahead and you put on the cloak. As you put on the cloak, you get +2 to your armor class right now. +2 to your armor, which is pretty cool. Now, who wants to do a strength check to throw this man at the door?
I will.
Fantastic. So go ahead and roll your d20 and add that on there.
17.
Fantastic. 17 this is a small man. So you pick him up, you throw him right at the door. As he's like flying towards the door, his corpse, this mouth opens up, starts devouring him. And as he's like moving him back and forth, one of the things that you notice is as the door is kind of like flexing back and forth and eating this man alive, it looks to be something behind the door, as if there is a hole, or maybe there's another room, or there's something that it seems to be guarding as it's flexing back and forth. After about 20 or 30 seconds, the man, of course, is deep within this door's belly, and it is now back to normal, and it just looks like a door.
So somebody needs to distract the door, and the others run past.
Who wants to run into the door?
Thrag wants to run into the door.
Okay, that's totally fine.
You might be big enough to where he won't be able to eat you. I don't know.
I think we should try it. Yeah.
I think we should just attack the door instead.
I have an idea.
Yes.
Can I tie a rope to the handle of the door and get me, Thrag, and Devin to pull on the rope really hard?
Yeah, I think that's possible. We do need to do an athletics check to see if you can loop that door fast enough. You got to roll at least an 18. What'd you get?
I got a 14.
Fantastic. So you run up there to like loop it around the door. It does come and it does bite you pretty good here, and it does 8 points of damage against you as it like bites on your arm for a second, but you do get loose. You do get loose from the door, and then it turns back into a door after about 8 or 10 seconds.
Now can Thrag run into door?
Absolutely. Thrag runs straight forward into door. You need to do, let's do an athletics check. You got to roll at least an 18, so go ahead and roll that.
Oh, I got, like, what is that? 22.
You got a 22. Thrag is so large that the door opens up its mouth and it just goes and gets stuck in the door. The door starts gagging. And then you see like the door starts like shaking and it starts going like red, and the door just kind of like falls off its hinges sideways, and you see the other side of Thrag on the other side of the door. And he's like and you killed the door via choking. Congratulations.
Did Thrag do it?
You did it. You killed door with head.
Amazing
Like,
job,
you just
Thrag.
like speared the door with your giant body.
Can we immediately examine the room?
Absolutely. So go ahead and roll and do an investigation check. You're talking about the new room, correct? Yeah, absolutely. Go ahead and do it.
All of us?
Yep, go ahead.
17.
16.
20.
18.
Excellent, fantastic. So you look inside this room. It is a dark, kind of like a red room. It seems to be pulsating with red light. And at the very end of this particular room, there is a stand with this red leather-bound book. At the very end, you can see that it looks like it has gold pages, and it seems to be emanating some sort of magical ability. There is about 4 steps until we get up to that particular level. If you wanted to walk up and open up the book. The other interesting thing is there seems to be stained glass on the walls on the left and the right, which from outside of the library, nothing had stained glass. So it's almost like you have been either transported to some other place, or there is something definitely hidden in the room that you cannot see. With that being said, that ends episode 1 of Dungeons & Dragons. Tomorrow, we're going to see what is in that red leather book. Thank you guys for watching or listening, and have a wonderful day, and we'll see you next time right here at Rains High School.